So for this video, this is a Gank Spank. I'm not the one who beat the host, but I beat um, one Phantom and two Dark Spirit summons because, well, let's just say the host summoned Dark Spirit, which was the Phantom I killed. So technically, I killed one Phantom, but it was three different times. But this was the second time I invaded this guy. Um, I was killed by a dark spirit that invaded because I guess he thought I was the host. When you lock on to someone who's using the untrue dark ring or whatever it's called, untrue ring, you can clearly see that their name is red and not white. So, so I ran all the way here because I was looking for that dark spirit that killed me because I was going to kill him. And apparently he died because he was nowhere to be found. So, well, anyways, I caught up with them here, like, because it all worked out that I managed to run all the way over here to find them. And I was looking for that invader. And so I decided to be a little bit cheeky and try to shoot these guys through the wing. Didn't really work out that well. I think I might have gotten one shot off, I think. But, not being able to see through, having to just guess where he could be even though he's moving when he swings and walking around, it's really difficult. But yeah, this was an invasion that was really kind of annoying, but, and right there when I slipped off, I just panicked because I was like, there's 4 guys down there plus a dragon. If they see me, they're probably just gonna chase right after me and say fuck the dragon. So I just sat there hoping that they wouldn't be able to see me because I had the obscuring ring on as well. So clearly you can see 4 guys down there, a host and 3 summons. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay right here and be like a little chameleon. I was hoping he'd stay behind because I was going to drop down and just fight him and take him out and sneak back to those guys. But it didn't work out because he just ran up to them. And instead of, being smart and kicking those rolling things, they just decided to fight them. So I was just trying to shoot, but like, shooting uphill is a little bit awkward. Because it's like it goes either a little bit too high or a little bit too low. I can't remember which, but it's one of those. So I'm just waiting for them to progress. I'm checking to see for that, just to make sure to see that invader isn't still around. Because I was specifically looking just for him. Now we move all the way just to chase after them to to keep a good eye on them. So I saw them go in there, if I remember correctly. Then I see them all heading down there. Then I see the host coming back, so I'm like, okay, I'll just ambush them. Truthfully, I'm not even sure why he ran back here anyway. Not even sure why that second hit was not a hit. Like the upward strike, or the slash, I should say. I'm not even sure why that was not even a hit. But, Dark Spirit, whatever, invaded. So I was like, okay, well, they're obviously going to be chasing me, and here they all come. So I was like, nope, I'm out of here. I ain't dealing with that. So I decided to run all the way back, just to bring them back this way, hoping that the invader would come and get them from behind. Because, when there's multiple people, they get overconfident, so they just chase you down like, like you're a slab of meat and they're just a dog. They're just chasing you down. So I ran all the way out here thinking, okay, you know, where are they? They're supposed to be, you know, chasing me, you know, like a slab of meat, you know, just rolling on the ground. But they didn't. So I was like, okay, I'll run back. But I know that one of them were going to be cheeky. I was like, you know what? They're probably going to be hiding around the corner where Prince Ricard usually is spawned in. So I took a little bit cautious when I was going in here. As you can see. So in here I made noise and I did that, rolled in. I was like, okay. Then I heard and saw his blade a little bit. So I was like, okay. And so right there I went to pull out my Ubadachi, whatever it's called, and do the running attack. But instead I two-handed my bow, which is why I got hit there. Because I was like, wait, why am I not attacking? Then I noticed I had my bow out. So here I was just kind of studying him a little bit, seeing what he's all about, seeing what he does and prefers. You know, while trying to keep an eye out on if they're going to come back and help this guy out. I really don't use my Upadachi, whatever it's called, a lot. I just usually stick to my, what is it, the Uchikatana, I think? I don't know. Yeah, I was just watching him, like, clearly you could tell that he was a little bit scared to attack, even with his big ass weapon like that. You know, I'm trying to lure him in and keep an eye out on the doorway, and he's just staying way back. And I'm like, okay, I'll just have to come to you then. So I did. So now I run to go help that guy. And I like this part. This actually made me laugh. This part coming up in a second. I was like, okay, well, my obscuring ring, they didn't see me. So they noticed that their friend died, so I got their attention like that, away from the other invader to buy some time. So I was like, okay, I'll stand behind this corner and hide. And then he just comes up like, oh, hello? I'm like, yeah, goodbye. And as you can see, the host is hiding behind the stairwell, so I'm not sure how not like neither of those hit, but I mean, I'll take it. And they come and chase me too. And that red thought I was with them. He was just trying to murder me. So then, you know, I was trying to show him like I'm on his side. Then that's when he realized, okay, you're good, you're with me. Then I tried to roll, but it just won't let me because that thing has a broken hitbox. He should have done that slidey thing. Now here I noticed, you know what, it's really no use go helping that guy because he rushed in against 3 guys, and there was really no sense to going in to help because he had a ultra great sword. I have low defense, like I'm shirtless, okay? I'm supposed to be a ninja. And there's 3 guys there. Any combo I would have been dead. Any. Because I take a shit ton of damage anyway. So like, you know what, I'll just wait for another competent invader to, you know, invade, and hopefully I could get some decent help this time. So this guy was just trying to cheese me with throwing knives. I was like, okay, well I really don't care because I have the, was it the Sun Princess ring or whatever, to, you know, regen my health like what, 3 a second or whatever. So I was like, okay, it doesn't really bother me much at all because I got that ring. So I was like, okay, well let me try to lure him over here. So I wanted, and I was saying, okay, every time I get close, he always puts up his shield. So I'm like, okay, well there's nothing really much I can do with just my katana. So then this guy tries to come around. I've never been good at fighting the what is it, the Farron Watcher Greatsword, whatever it's called. Just because the hitbox is so broken. I always found it broken. Because like you can roll away from the one and then, you know, get caught by like the slash. Like, okay, that makes sense. So then he evaded again. So I was like, okay, well maybe we could get these guys in here. So I was like, okay, I'll just, you know, try to bow and arrow someone. I was like, okay, I'll just shoot this guy here. then I believe I missed. So then he just ran in. Again, he ran in. And I'm like, okay, dude, just back up. Not sure what he stopped right there for. And that's what killed him right there. And then that guy just keeps trying to cheese me and only wants to like make some kind of advance whenever he sees I'm occupied or whatever. And for some reason they held up in there. And in there with my type of build, that is not good to go in there in a very closed space with, you know, a sword like that and a straight sword and with the split leaf greatsword. I'm dead if I were to walk in there. Right there was actually scratching my nose, and I tried to backstep because I didn't know it was actually going to go that far. So I backstepped thinking I could have maybe avoid damage, but I didn't have my other finger on the side. So right here, if you notice, that's the same guy who was the Phantom that I beat. So I was thinking, okay, obviously they have to be communicating somehow, because instead of them summoning him again as a Phantom, because I'm using the enemies against them, they summon him as a Dark Spirit. So I'm thinking, okay, they're communicating. Oh well, whatever. I got this. This guy's easy. So he keeps doing that. So I'm like, okay, well. Then he tries to become a parry king, thinking he got a parry. Like, yeah, that's nice. You're totally a parry god, man. So right there, he tried to parry again. I was like, okay, well, I'll just fake him out. Make him think I'm going to do that. And I don't know why it did not give me that backstab there, but it doesn't matter anyway. I still got the kill on that guy. So that's the second time I killed him. So I was like, okay, well, they're busy. I will use my human pine rest and go after them. So somehow that missed, yet again. So I was like, okay, just us three. My human pine resin is going to be wasted because they will not come to me. They want me to come to them. They're grouped together. I was thinking this is not a good thing to do, especially with my type of low defense build. And like, this is not a build to like, win every invasion, because naturally you can't win every invasion. You can win a lot of invasions with the right build. But this is just a build for pure fun, a ninja build. And so, I'm trying to be a little bit ninja-y about it. Um, you know. So they run back again, of course, into there. So I'm just looking at them, and they stare at me. Then I believe he throws lightninger in here. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go down this way yet again. And so that guy came, this invader. So thinking, okay, he has the Herald Greatsword or whatever. Hopefully he's competent enough to, play smart instead of play like super aggressively dumb. So like, okay, I'll just take a little shot at this guy because he's been hitting me with throwing knives. And I did. So he comes after me with his shield up from a distance. I'm like, this guy must be really terrified to run at me at a distance while walk at me at a distance with the shield up. So I run back and I'm thinking, okay, well, let me see if I could just, shoot someone. And this is where I'm talking about, like, the arrows seem like not to go in the middle where you want, they go a little bit higher, I believe. Or to the side, what that one look like. So this guy rushes in on all three. So I go behind, and I'm like, oh no, there they are right there. So like, okay, no, I'll just run back. So then he just rushes in like that. I'm thinking, nope, he's done for. There's no way. So I'm like, okay, well, I could take some damage on them, and make them waste Estus. But I'm thinking, but they regain their Estus after they kill an invader. So I'm like, okay, that was also a waste. So I'm just gonna run back. So running back, I did. I'm like, okay, well, they're gonna run back too. So they run back, and I'm like, okay, well, that guy usually, the white guy usually stays behind. And then that little Okay, yeah, I hit him. I didn't think I hit him there. Yeah, so he's trying to use a bow on me now. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, well he's gonna take care of him, so I have enough time to go over here and do some damage, but not enough. If I even did anything, I couldn't tell. So I believe they invaded again. Now, he was low on health, but there was no way for me to go over and, you know, take him out because I would have been killed. Because I knew that host would have turned around and started going after me. And so, the same thing for that white. And so that guy was summoned yet again, and look what he has this time. No longer, what was it, Murakumo? But he has a katana. Because he thought that since I beat him with a katana twice, then he could beat me with a katana because I guess he thought katanas are OP. Now, if he was just doing the running attacks, he would have dealt some damage to me. But then I would have, you know, parried him with weapon art, and like, you know, parried him, riposted him, probably kill him in like a hit swing or two afterwards. Like, you know, I don't know why he would even switch to that, and they try like that and not really try, you know, like the running attack, because that's what people who usually do when they use a katana, just running attacks. So that's what really confused me. I was waiting for him to do it, but he didn't. So here, I thought that that white phantom died. So I was like, okay, well that's kind of a waste, because now they're just gonna stick together because you know. So this is where I believe he switches to his straight sword, right? I think. I don't remember. No. So then I apparently missed there because that thing, like once you do the attack, you just can't turn it. So you're stuck going forward until the animation's over. So I took a whopping five health off him, and then that host just keeps on swinging. Clearly, it shows that he has no idea what he's doing. So like, so even right there, that shows me even more that he has no idea what he's doing, but he obviously heard that that weapon's, you know, one of the best. You know, especially when if you buff it with Dark Moon Blade or Sunlight, Sunlight Blade or whatever. So here I decided to take some damage, and I almost died right there. So I was like, okay, well at least I took off a lot of damage enough for him to use an Estus. So they yet again run back. Well, he, I should say, yet again runs back, and then this guy stays still, always with his shield up, because you know without his shield he would have been screwed from the get-go. I need to incorporate a shotel, whatever, onto this character. That would help a lot against players like this. Like, no matter how close I got, like, within like 5, 7, 8 feet within that guy. I even know how that first swing hit me, by the way. He would always put up his shield. I'm thinking, oh, okay, are you that scared to, that you always have to put up your shield once I get near? So that guy invaded yet again, and all he does is come over and just like munch, 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 munch. So I go to take as much damage as I can, but apparently I don't do anything. And apparently we don't kill either of them. So I was like, okay, that totally makes sense. His munchy munches and my slices don't do anything. But I'm thinking, okay, at least I'm getting flasks from them. So here I meant to roll, but my finger was, well, my thumb was a little bit off of the circle button, so it didn't count as a roll. It's like, okay, well, I'm disappointed with myself because I failed that. That I feel like I should have been hit by with blast radius. Clearly, he just knows to spam that. And I took this guy from the get-go being one of those guys because of how he plays with his shield a lot. I took him for one of those guys who see like that. He tries to get behind you for the backstab. And so he's like, oh no, no, this is what really confused me. I'm thinking, wait a minute, he was locked onto me the whole time. How did he know that this guy was in danger? So I'm thinking they have to be in a party or something, even though he's not, you know, a password summon, because clearly there's no password summon sign on him. So I'm thinking, okay, how did he know that his host was in trouble? to go back and help. There has to be something going on here. So that's when I knew that they had to have been communicating somehow. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try to keep at least that guy busy if another um, um, invader invades. And so I knew he was going to summon that one with the Fair and Great Sword, or whatever it's called. I think that's what it's called, because the other invasion that I died by due to that dark spirit that invaded, who thought I was the host, um, there was another invader at first, and he killed two phantoms, and that guy resummoned the same phantoms. He only resummoned the same phantoms. So I'm like, okay, so this guy obviously has some kind of dealings with these people. So there, I don't even know why I got hit by that guy. So there I was like, okay, he just did that jumping attack that bought me more time to be able to do this. Now watch his backstab. He should not have even come close to that backstab there. So I was like, okay, this is good. I was hoping that invader would come to me. So I was thinking, okay, that white guy is obviously going to follow me. So I was just up here waiting for him. Excuse me. So I was thinking, okay, Havel's still here. And another reason why I just left that invader there is because I was like, okay, I had like 3 or 4 invaders that were incompetent. Either this guy is competent and he can do something, and I was not worried about about him taking on the Sun Bro, because I knew that he had very low health, like maybe like 700 HP, I think. So I knew that like 2 swings with a Exile Great Sword or whatever this guy had could take him out. Now here's where I found to be really weird, where I knew they were communicating in some sort of way, because I'm using the obscuring ring, which means that you cannot see me from a far distance. And as you can see in a minute, when this guy climbs back up, just give it some time. He'll make his little way up there. I'll just watch. In any second now. So I noticed that guy way over there. And that guy's just still standing there. And right there. I noticed I got hit by an arrow. And I found the guy across the way. So like, okay. How did he know I was here? The guy could have been just waiting. It seemed like everywhere I moved left to right, he always aimed more left or more right. So thinking, how the hell did he know that I was there? So that's when this guy started to come up. So that's why I was like, you know what? I know that they're communicating in some form of way. They have to be, because knowing that his host's in trouble, and then now knowing that I'm there, totally. So, I mean, this guy had like a mini. I wouldn't even call it a 1v1. I would just call it him waiting for me to make a mistake, just so he could like run for the backstab. Because that's clearly this guy's playstyle. As you can see right there, he went from behind and tried to do that. Try to get the backstab. So that was a real like confirmation that I knew he was going to try that stuff. So like, you know what? Since he's pulling out the bow, I have an idea for if he pulls it out again. So he went to go two-hand that. So, I'm trying to keep this guy up here to buy the invaders some time. Because I was hoping that this guy would just make a run for it back down to the host. Then me and the invader could 2v2 just these 2 guys and just obliterate them on the spot. So this guy was throwing knives at me. And then he switched to the bow, so thinking, okay. So once I walked back over to like the left, like far over to the left, I was hoping that maybe I could get him to hit Havel and have him aggro Havel. But that's not entirely what happened, as you'll see, because I'm looking for where Havel would be at. Right there. Then I turn around and boom, he's gone. Magic. So he saw that the phantom died, so he runs back down to help the host. I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll go back down and help him. And I'm thinking, okay, well, he killed the host. So there we go, GG. But yeah, like that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for him to kill the Phantom, and I was waiting for that Phantom to run down. So then me and the Invader could 2v2 and just wreck those guys on the spot right there. But I was like, wait, no, he took him out, and then he just took out the host instantly. So he must have really pressured that host. So that was really fun, and I had some fun on that invasion. So, you know, that was a long invasion, shortened down and cut. So, y'all have a good one.